Slave River, the Nonkosu itself, where they had their last bath, is this river. The drink that they brought, the broken bottles, they use it to shape them so that they don't have any hair. Then they look young for the merchants.
Captain George McLean. Captain George McLean. He was a governor here, a malaria confirmed kid. Yes. He died at the age of 46.
Enter.
Instead of condemn says.
Students of Ghana Christian International High School, and we urge you all to subscribe to his Gov TV. Thank you.
The pain. So when you come here, we all that bow down our heads. That the Creator will have mercy on us, that we don't undergo such treatment. Thank you very much. This is Assin Manso, the seat of Assin Apemanim Traditional Council. Assin Manso was the vanguard of the Ashanti Empire back in the 15th century, when the Dutch were also trying to come here. They employed those along the coast, like Cebu and others, to attack the Eti people so that they could have chance to enter Ashanti. So the Eti people, they can't, in fact, the Eti people, their head is at the next two villages. You call that place Assin Ando. Can you say that with me? Assin Ando. Assin Ando. Assin Ando. Assin Ando. They were the Etis. They occupied the whole of this area up to the shut back the Borobor factories. So they gave them guns to come and attack them. Then they went to Ashanti. Attacking us. Oh, my vanguard will come and protect you from them. The vanguard of the Ashanti Empire was the Assins. They were at answer. So we asked them, go and assist our brothers over there. That is why Assin Manso came here. So they were in Ashanti, and they came to help the people Some of them call them guans and all those things. Yes. So if you have come to help us, stay with us. So there was a tree here called mine. It is called mine. So they stay at mine, and then it becomes Manso. And because there were many and they were passing, they were saying, yes. Then they called them Assin. And as I told you, they were at Assin. Now, why are you here? You are here to know about the last bath of the slave trade. Here we don't. In fact, you see the white men. They have been with us for a long time, and they are always scratching our back. They came here first of all that they were coming to trade with us and then spread Christianity. I'm not condemning them because I'm myself a Catholic. I've got the rosary. Then they saw that our people were very lovely. Then they took some of them. I can remember about your teachers might have told them about it. They were trading with us. They saw that we were very strong. So when they discovered a new world, they needed people who were strong to go and work over there. Because those people over there, they are not strong. Oh, we have got people who are very strong. So let's keep them there. So they started 10, 20, 30. Then when the sugarcane business was growing fast, they started entering. France, Britain, they joined. Okay, what do we do? Then they started chasing us. They were not slaves here. They were captives. So when they say that they are going to get slavery, we've been laughing because that is what they have told us. That some of you were told that our chief sold them to them, isn't it? The one man is very clever. He always wants to look, how did I say it? Gentle. He does not sin. So he said, your chiefs sold them to us. The chief will just be there and then you can hey, collect my people and go. So that when I'm going to farm, I will go alone. When my wife is going to farm, I will punish myself. We are not all that stupid. They came and because there was competition, what did they do at first? We were, I don't know, when you go to school, you eat from different places, isn't it? When in your house, how many people surrounded this bowl to eat? This is everybody, your mother, before then it was not like that. We were eating from one bowl. So we loved each other. Then they came and separated us. You come to Mr. Collins, that's your brother. That's your uncle. Then we planted enmity among us. So that when we are loggerheads, we can fight each other. But every human being wants a society. He wants a company. So, because everybody wants a company, who will be your company? You are telling lies. Your husband needs my wife. And if you have got a wife, you start to get what? Children. And then you need people to help what? To help you. So that you also help others. Then when you start growing, then you feel you must ask other people to come and join you, to serve you and everything. That's how it started. So when they separated us, then they had a chance of entry. Then they entered. And that was the result. Came here with drinks, tobacco, and gun. We were using arrows and using spears. Did you know of the gun? So when they came, after giving them the drink, and then they smoked, and they got crazy, they said, come on, go and bring us goods. Then they went. It's a very sorrowful thing. Then they went, captured their brothers and sisters, and brought them. May God forgive them anyway. And it continued 300 years. 300 years. 300 years because they didn't see anything wrong with it. And the Africans also didn't know what was happening to their brothers and sisters over there until the abolition. So in 1996, 97 and thereabout, President John Rawlings went to Jamaica. Then when he went there, he said, you want to come to Africa? Kwame Nkrumah talk of this in return, Joseph Project. You have not seen anything. So Rawlings came, then by then we were lucky to have Pan-Affairs. Have you heard of Pan-Affairs before? So you have not told Pan-African Festival and Culture. Oh, Pan-Affairs, every 2 years we celebrate it. Okay. That you hear about that in July. Every year July we celebrate. Every 2 years July we celebrate. Then them, what do you do? He said no. They were bringing. They wanted to bring some of their ancestors' remains to bury here, so that the celebration that they have, that they call emancipation in Jamaica, would also be celebrated in Africa, Ghana, and Elmina Castle. Then Pan-African said, oh yeah, we have got places that you can take it because that place is congested. You want a place where you can go and have a fair look about the whole thing. So they remembered that we have a river called Nonkonsu. Nonkonsu. The headwater is over there. This is at Assin Manso. When you go to the river, I'll show you what it is. You see, the paramount chief was here, and every paramount chief had what? Slaves. People were serving him over there, but they will never stay with the chief there. They stay at a particular place, and when the chief needed them, you call them. Those who pump food, those who are sold for ritual, let's put that apart. So this place has been, if it is long goes, then when people have given them wrong motives that the chiefs were selling their subjects to them, when they travel all that distance, you have told them already, far place, very tired. Then why do they come to this Assin Manso? This is the closest place to the castle. The merchant will not enter the bush so that he will be attacked. The merchant will not do that. He will walk for 36 miles. And when he came here and he had his goods, he go back. So Assin Manso became popular. So in 1998, 31st July, they flowed the remains. I'll show you the graves over there. They flowed them to Accra, the national court, brought them to Sopon, ferried them to Kukun's Castle, through the wall of no return, then became a wall of return. So you are welcome to Site of Conscience. You are welcome. Thank you. Let us go to the thousands of years ago, this place was the market. The tree here, the tree was where we were standing. They didn't put up any building here. There was a big tree. We came to meet it. It's because people have been coming up and down And when our brothers and sisters come from that place, we chop some pieces and take them home. That's why it is finished. This was the market. And because raiders cannot go to the town and trade with the chiefs. I think you now understand why we were saying that the chiefs didn't take part. Now, there are two rivers here. The Slave River, the Nonkosu itself, where they had their last bath, is this river. This one. The headwater is in the down here. And you cross this river when you are coming from Cape Coast, from Kumasi. This river is called Amisa. Amisa, here we call it Oche. On Saturdays, previously, we wouldn't have allowed you to come here. On Saturdays, women don't come here. We call it Amisa. But we perform the rites and women can now come here. This is the Amisa. This river enters the sea in Amankasi. When you go to, when you are going to Accra, on your right hand side, there's engine filling station. Engine filling station. This river is passing over there. This river entered during this year. That's the confluence. Look at it carefully. There are two rivers here. This small one is called the Nonkonsi. If you come here in August, you cannot come up to this side. It will be in flood. August when there's flood, all these places will be flooded. So when they were coming from Kumasi, this very footpath is where they pass. They pass here and pass the exact place where you are coming from. To Kumasi, when we are going to Cape Coast, there's a place called Yamfiekwe Krofu. Cardinal Texas, after a Texas school down. When you go there, you start to right. After you have been branded, then the merchants, they will take their slaves or captives to whatever they want. Whether to Chopon or to Elmina or to Cape Coast Castle. Now, so this is the river. The bamboo groups you see here were used as tents. If you come with your captives, you make a tent for them and wait till the merchants arrive. The merchants came with their collaborators. Here they'll say interpreters. They come with their collaborators and bargain. So after working for over 3 months or 2 months from Niger, from Burkina Faso, from Mali, why do you say, oh, all that? Why did they? If you come to the coast of West, if you have done your geography properly, the West African coast, only Ghana and the Gold Coast had a good channel for ships to what? Back. Where the ships can sail and take the captives away. That's why they chose this place. So they walk all that distance, and when they come to Kumasi, they pass to Achimpraso, they come to Achimkosu, then they come to this place. Here, the merchant can walk from Cape Coast to this place, 36 miles. So, because he was afraid of the bush and wild animals, he would wait when they brought them here, and the captives use this place as a market. When you are taking your goods to the market, you take the good ones to the market, isn't it? So when they came here, those who were able to survive, they groomed them. I should put it in that way. They bathed them and fed them. So they will look smart. Look at their teeth, shave them. Those who look old, they were shaved up. Wickedly, the drink that they brought, the broken bottles, they use it to shave them so that they don't have any hair. Then they look young for the merchants. If you are not fortunate, you collapse here, they leave you. After they have branded you, they will come and eat. So you have seen the rivers, eh? Yes. This river is called Nonkosu, and that river is called Oche. So there are how many rivers here? 2. So after they have passed through, they pass through this place and go to the market. So this is what they had their last bath. Let's go to the market. Three things took place here. 3 things took place here. They had their last bath, and then they were what? Sold, and then they were branded. They were branded. So when they moved from their place, no baba, this place, bam, bring them for the market. Then the merchants will brand them. As you are going to say, hey, Akomada and told you, AYA, Amayabia, KW, Kofi, we are calling Papa, so that's what they did. So that they will be able to identify their wife. their captives. So this is what happens here. So it was the last bath, marketing, first branding. So from here, when they take you to wherever they will take you, then they also brand you. So when we had our year of return and our brothers and sisters came, then we put that this.
And you realize that this is the upper course of the river. Not the lower course of what? Of the river. There are no said the position over here. Can you tell me the position over here? It's just doing more of what? It's erosion as it goes. Then it's not meandering. So if we have two different rocks and it's moving between them, that will become the interlocking spark. Yes, we can just talk about the interlocking spark. It's the one over here and the one to where the tree is. We are doing the interlocking spark because we have to move between two resistant rocks. That was the position. But when it moves, because of the okay, thank you. Oh wow! May their soul rest in perfect peace.
Guys, welcome to Assin Manso Slave site. So as you can see, here is the Slave River, and then we've come to like see the river and touch it and have a few of history once again. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.
Company. So the last masquerade. We're about 10, 20. I've got the bone of children, I'm going to play with it. So you don't tell, but you are students, you cannot do that. But you don't tell this. This is my focus. This is my focus. You've come all this way to learn so many things. Kwame Nkrumah talked about, last year we talked about year of return. Joseph Project. Dubois, have you heard of Dubois before? Yes. Huh?
Yes.
Lumumba? Patrice Lumumba? Marco Garvey? Yes. There were 4 people for the year of return. Kwame Nkrumah wanted to bring all people in the diaspora into this country, Ghana here. We were able to have these 3, Kwame Nkrumah, Dubois, and Padmo. So, what happened? When Kwame Nkrumah wanted to bring my Garvey body here, they said, no, Marcos will not be brought here, otherwise they will be insulted. That's why, after all these years, they have struggled. And because of that, we were going to bring the bones of our ancestors who were interred in the New World to this place. He said, We want to celebrate emancipation. Emancipation for what are we going to start on to celebrate emancipation? So they went to Jamaica. And then this lady Christian told the king how the brothers and sisters were treated. They said, I'll go on hunger strike. This man went on hunger strike and died. And she was buried. Samuel Castle was an army officer in the U.S. Army. When he died, because of his color, he was not in Ghana here. Even if a private dies, they give him a military full honor burial, but he was not given burial. So his grandson, in 1998, when they said we're going to bring the remains to this place, he said, my grandfather was a man who born in the country. So they went to the Christian from US, then from Jamaica. Then we put them in aircraft so that we could carry international aircraft. Put them in the canoe. Because they didn't go by air. They didn't go to that place by air. Canoe. The Gold Coast Castle. Through the wall of no return, the wall of return, and brought them here for re-interment. That is why we celebrate Emancipation Day at Assin Manso every first of the Now, last year the Prime Minister of Barbados said, no, there are others that you have to bring here. So they went for the boys, for the people, they had this mass burial, different days. But the intention is that our youth, anybody who wanted to be buried in Africa could be brought here. But this place will be full in the very shortest time. So we say that what we can do is that we want their urns, after burning them, put their ashes into urns. That's why we have a place where we are going to put them. But everybody wants to come and display his corpse here. So you are welcome to this place. Now what happened was that the intention that anybody who came from the diaspora could write his name over there. That's why we have got a memorial wall of his return. So when they come back, not you, because you have been there also, no, you didn't return from any place, you are here. So that is for them, and that is between their. So when they come there, after writing their names there, then they meditate. That is the chapel. It's not just ordinary day, it's a chapel. Thank you very much. I am Kwakuado.
Any question?
I should have told you my name, but I said, I know whether you ask of my name. Then I've kept it to the last minute. I am Kwakuado. Anytime. Thank you. You have any questions? Yes, but your teacher will ask you questions, so don't say that he didn't tell you. Huh?
Memorial one of the 10. What is it like? Can you tell us something about it?
I've just said it.
So can we write?
Go. What did you return?
When did I return?
You are not from that place. People from the diaspora. Someone came here and said, hey, you don't write your name. You are not a retaining. Okay.
Sophia, and I'm going to be your guide. And also it take us for about 45 minutes to an hour. But before, I'm going to give you a brief history about the Cape Coast Castle. You know, Cape Coast Castle is the third and the last castle built by the British in the year 1664. We also have the Christian Int Castle at Accra, Osu, built by the Danes in the year 1661, and then the Emina Castle, built by the Portuguese in the year 1482. In West Africa, they built about 60 castles and forts, and Ghana alone has over 40 castles and forts, all because of gold. So the Europeans, they named this very land Gold Coast, La Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, Togo, Benin, Nigeria, and other parts of Cameroon, the Slave Coast, because most of the slaves were captured from those areas. The Europeans, they came to Africa for so many reasons. Others came as missionaries to spread Christianity. Others came to search for their roots. Others came to expand their territories. And others also came to search for free human labor when they discovered a new world in the American, which is better for plantation. At first, they were really the Red Indians, but the Red Indians, they were not strong enough, so they were dying in armies. So then a Catholic priest called Bartolomeo de las Cascas suggested Africans to them that the Africans were strong. So as a result, the Europeans sent to Africa. The slaves were captured in various West African countries, not only from Ghana. They were captured from Nigeria, Niger, Burkina Faso, Angola. They walked them through various slave markets such as Salaga, Jendi, Atebubu, and Tambo to a place called Assin Manso. Do you know that place? Yes. Okay. So at Assin Manso, the slaves were made to take their last baths in the slave river. They would give them food to eat to regain their strength. And then they get their hair and their beard shaved for them to look younger and attractive for buying. They brought them to the castle. There is a chamber called the Palaver Hall up there. You see it there. And in there, doctors and nurses are there to examine the slaves, their paws, their teeth, to determine their strength. After the examination, then they would exchange them for cheap commodities. At first, they were practicing a system called the barter trade. For those days, no currency, goods for goods. For your strength, then they will exchange you for goods like gunpowder, tobacco, cigarettes, toffee, sardines, mirror. In exchange for human beings. After the exchange, they will march them to the courtyard, set the fire, put a branding iron into the fire. Straight from the fire, if you are male, at your chest. If you are female, at your arm or at your back for easily identification. Different companies are buying them, so they brand them for easily identification. So before the branding process, then they will, after the branding process, then they will separate the males from the females. So you soon visit the male slave dungeon, the female slave dungeon. Then the male condemn themselves. And the men who fought for their freedom, the men who resist, was brought in here to die. And some of them plan to escape. If you do that, they see you to be rebellious. So they brought you in here to die. In here, no food for you, no water, no light, no air, nothing. So you get saturated, suffocates, and die. The men who fought for their freedom. So they're moving inside. So they condemn themselves. But I want you to see why.
It's nice. It's an interesting story.
Enter. Instead of condemn says.
I want to feel it. Well, that's why you are here. So it's yeah, I want to feel it. I'm sure you put the nice box.
I'm sure the slaves were trying to try. Let's go.
So this time is a condemned cell for the men. The men who fought for their freedom was brought in here. Some of them plan to escape. If you do that, they see you to be rebellious, so they were brought in here to die. The worst aspect in here is that, let's say for instance, 5
I
graveyard, cemetery for the whites, but African this way into the ocean. Yes, in the year 1996, they had an excavation here and discovered dead 4 graves with inscriptions. And these 3 graves here are all Europeans. The last man over there is called C.B. Whitehead. C.B. Whitehead. He was a soldier here and malaria confirmed KP. Other also said that shorting. He died at the age of 38 in 1812. The last man over here is Captain George McLean. Captain George McLean. He was a governor here and malaria confirmed KP. Yes. He died at the age of 46. The medal is Letitia Elizabeth Landon. Letitia Elizabeth Landon. She came to visit the husband, George McLean. When she arrived 2 months later, she was found dead in the husband's bedroom. Others said when Letitia arrived, she found out that the husband had an African mistress, girlfriend. So out of jealousy, she poisoned herself. Others also said the mistress, together with the husband, poisoned her. And others also said malaria killed her. So to this, I don't know what actually killed this lady. She also died at the age of 36. So 38, 36, 46. So man happened to be the only African who was buried among them. His name was Kweku. But because the Europeans couldn't mention our name very well, they anglicized it to Kweku or Kwaku. His father was a middleman to the Europeans. So because of that, he had a scholarship for the son at the age of 11 to study abroad. For some 2 other boys. The 2 boys died. At the age of 24, he was the first African man to be ordained as Anglican priest. So the church, Anglican church, right above the dungeon. So whilst he was preaching, like the neighbors would serve up there, then the fellow African was down there suffering, dying. So what's the point? He speak against the slave trade. Making 16. This space for 1 person. He has 9 views. You saw me see the dungeon so that you can compare that place with governor living room in the bedroom. So 1 person who was enjoying here, he has 9 views, fresh air, original floor. Original floor. And the castle is 359 years. 359 years, so strong. So living room for the governor, then bedroom this way. Reception area for the governor, where the governor receive and entertain his guests in here. And that's the governor personal office, so you can come inside. Fresh air for you.
Na meu dia antes de bed.
They were living in smaller structures. They stayed here for 100 good years, then later they moved to Emina, so they built the Emina Castle in 1482. Then came the Swedish. The Swedish they stayed here for 4 years. The Danes conquered them. They stayed here for 3 years. The Dutch conquered the Danes. They also stayed here for 3 years. So the Portuguese, the Swedish, the Danes, the Dutch, then finally the British conquered the Dutch. They found out that business here was very profitable, so they came fully prepared. They built 2 forts to protect the castle. Fort William, then Fort Victoria. Let me show you the Fort William. Starter on the hill was wrapped up. Yes, for Fort William. The one starter on the hill at the castle in the fort. Yes. So for
The one I showed you when we were on our way.
We also have one here called Fort Victoria. But before the coconut tree, we can't see it. Soldiers are there to protect the castle. Whenever enemies are coming closer, soldiers there will signal soldiers here in the morning using flag. In the afternoon, they read the reflection of mirror. And in the evening, they use torchlights or fire as a form of communication. That's how the enemies are coming, so you guys should get ready. Soldiers here will first put in gunpowder into the cannons. Put the cannon balls, the black balls, the big ones, at the mouth, light their matches at the field. First to shoot. Series of balls entering the enemy ship will create a hole. Water will get into the ship will sink. So because of that, the British, no one conquered them. They stay here for about 296 years before they left. 296 years before they left. Because they came fully prepared. No one conquered them. Yes. So you can take pictures around, then you move to the course, the Palava Hall, then the female dungeon. So the soldiers were up, freezing, then to the market. And palava is from a Portuguese word, meaning noise, confusion, misunderstanding, disagreement. This place was like a market place for them. Don't disclose if you are Assin Manso Slave. They by your strength, one company will say, please let's come closer. One company will say, by your strength, I'll give gunpowder. The other company will say, no, I'll give gunpowder plus tobacco. So to create confusion between them. That's why they named this with Palava. So let's move inside. Then they will separate the males from the females. Also, they will separate the domestic slaves from the commercial ones. The domestic slaves were those who work in the castle, but the commercial ones were those who stay in the gardens waiting for their ship. After the examination and after the etching, then they will march them to the courtyard, set a fire, put a rounding iron into the fire. Straight from the fire if you are male, at your chest, if you are female, at your arm or at your back for easily identification. Then they move them to the courtyard. You know, this room was where the bond of 1844 was signed between Commander Hill with some 8 fancy ships. And that bond paved the way for the British colony in Ghana. The roof and the floor has been changed. It's not the original. But the black roof and the cannon are all original. Tuntuna one telling the original. Some go. And then you put the male slave down.
That is so from. Your forefathers have suffered more than this. Endure, endure. Your forefathers have suffered more than this.
They have 5 rooms. 1 year, 2, 3, 4, 5. And each chamber contains about 150 to 200 men. So 200 here, 200, 200, 200. In total, 1,000 men were kept down here. They do everything here. They defecate here, urinate here, eat here, also sleep in their mess. So because of that, communicable diseases spread among them. A lot died in the castle. Once you die, they will dump the body into the ocean. They were fed twice a day, morning and evening. And they stay in the castle for about 3 months. The maximum is 3 months, but the minimum is 2 weeks. It depends how fast the ship will be. Because the ship will move from this place to America, America to Europe, back to Africa. So 3 months. So they're good months. They made drainage here. Also, drainage here to carry their waste into the ocean. Into the ocean. By imagine, 300 men in here. So they don't choke. So they sleep in a mess. And this room, the men who were aggressive were brought in here. So there was a gate in the first chamber, and you're the way out. If you're here and was so aggressive, then they will take you to the condemned cell. No. He said the room, the floor is different from the rest of the chambers. In the year 1974, a group of archaeologists from the University of Ghana, Legon, came to excavate the first chamber. They took samples to Accra for further examination. At first, I saw the floor here was a cement, but rather no, it's rather a combination of human waste. So that the urine, the poo, the saliva, the blood, John saw Bini blood and cement. In the excavation, we say, cement. From this very chamber, we are about to work on the feces, the saliva, the tear, the sweat. And these 3 holes up there give them light and ventilation. The 200 men, one the first lights we have, then we want lights, and then from us, I'll show her. You know how to do. Then what the 3rd chamber. The negligence of blood, saliva, tears of our ancestors. These 2 holes up there also give them light and ventilation, light and air. Above this landing was a church. That's all was true. The words are preaching, love your neighbor as yourself. Thou shalt not kill. Then our ancestors are down here suffering, dying. And the name of the church is the Society for the Propagation of the Gospel, the Church of England, today Anglican Church. And I was so I would say they were living in heaven, then our ancestors were living in hell. There's a spy hole right in front of the church. So before you move into the church or you exit the church, you can get to see, smell, hear whatever is going on down here through this hole before you move into the church to preach. And the last chamber, because of the condition, your son became sick. And because of darkness, your son lost their size. If the ship arrived, there was a huge underground tunnel, a passage. No point the house. Bet you some sure I ever call. When I said that, so the stronger ones with shackles and chains walked through that tunnel to the door of no return, underground tunnel. It had been blocked by Captain Dot McLean in the year 1834 to symbolize the end of slavery. So today you cannot walk through that tunnel, but I'll show you parts of the tunnel when you move out. Those who were sick and couldn't make the journey, we have some small room over there. They will keep them there to die. Once you die, they will dump your body into the ocean. And also have flowers. Princess like she brought them to say sorry and honor to our ancestors. We believe that their body were dumped into the ocean, but their souls are still in the castle. Isn't it flowers in the home? There's some sort of shrine. There were shrines and a shrine before the Europeans were given this land to continue their worshiping. We know we the Africans, we believe that God is nature. So whenever we see nature, it means God is present. We worship God through stones, rivers, animals, trees, and the rest. Today in our and some of our Christianity ever. So the shrine wasn't part of the slave trade. It was just relocated into its original position in the year 1973. You see this, those who believe in them come around for prayers, conversations, and the rest.
So she will make noise.
They are doing additional
They are doing additional. The person there is talking.
Media no move.
President Barack Obama and the family visited Ghana because the wife, Michelle Obama, traced her ancestral with here. So they also came for your tour as you are doing in July 2009. Come now, the way mobile. Barack Obama, you're back also. And it means in everlasting memory of the anguish of our ancestors. May those who die rest in peace. May those who return find their roots. May humanity never again perpetrate such injustice against humanity. We, the living vows, to uphold this very powerful message. The National House of Chiefs unveiled this in the year 1992 to say sorry to our ancestors. You know, our chiefs were involved in the transatlantic slave trade. So the status wise to unveil this as a form of apology to our ancestors. And if nothing at all, they gave the Europeans this land to build this castle for their evil trade. So they unveiled this as a form of apology. But when I dip, it's in for the pen, but I'm going to check it. Why?
Okay, let's go.
Very deep. So this is the part of the tunnel. So you have to command them to move faster.
13 feet.
The men point. On the pure I say. So in here, the ladies will join the men in here. But we are blocking by the same man, Captain of the McLean, in 1834 to symbolize the end of slavery. The initial door of no return never had it. The initial door of no return was there, very small and narrow. What's new in Bush? And narrow. So with shackles and chains, we go through this door to the ship. The one that initial door, very small and narrow. But the water used to come in here, the sea used to come in here. So they better themselves like they broke it to prevent flood and create new one over there. Let me show you. Didn't show anything on broken. This room is known as the female punishment cell. The female punishment cell. The ladies who said no to rape. The ladies who resisted rape was brought in here for about 7 to 10 days as a form of punishment. In here they were fed once a day. They also have some sort of ventilation. I don't want from but for the men, nothing for you. The men, they need a but the ladies, they just a punishment for us. After the 7 days, they will force you to carry one of the cannibals. The black box up there. So if you are able to carry S, then indeed we say if you are able to carry S, then they will still rape you. What do you say?
That is not used there.
Yeah, like.
So we stand inside a female slave dungeon. They have 2 rooms. One here, then one opposite us. And each chamber contains about 150 ladies. The 150 will have 150, so 300. But the men, 1,000 men. Remember, they were 1,000, but man, they're 300 men. They also do everything here. You get here, you get here, it's also sleeping in a mess. The one aspect in here is that we all know that every man, female, do menstruate. So imagine, say you was a black about 2 to 3 months without laughing.
I took our.
The door of no return. That's not the original door. The original door was very small and narrow. Like this. Small like this. So the slaves that was for this door lose their rights as human beings. You lose your true identity as African. Because out there they will change your name. They also force you to learn one language. So let's say for instance, we are called Bwezi, Owusu, Epia, Mfa, and the rest. Once you go through this door, they will change your name to Morgan, Kumsin, Blanton, Yorsin, all the things. Yes, Thompson. So let me see your cultural identity. Today we are not slaves, so you go through this door, I promise you that shall return. Yes.
Assin.
This small area is called Abrafon. The white slaves. No African were allowed to come closer. While the slaves is the door of no return, very small and narrow. The Europeans, they read this place is called the boarding stairs. So boarding stairs, then the door of no return. Yes. They pack the slaves into smaller canoes like this one. So those canoes will transport them to the bigger ship. The slaves can't come closer because the rocks in the sea. So some decide to commit suicide by jumping overboard than to deal with them. Because that passage, the middle passage, is even worse more than the castle. So they began as the door. It was brought in the year 1998 when Ghana celebrated first Emancipation Day. And it was brought to welcome all the Africans in the diaspora to come back home. That same year, 2 mortars by name Madam Cressa from Jamaica Then some are casting from New York. They flown their body from abroad to Accra. On their way to the castle, they stopped at a place called Abanze, where Fort Amsterdam was located. Then they continued their journey through the ocean to return, because their ancestors were taken from this place through the same ocean. So while they're also going to return, they're also going to use this same ocean to return, to break that chains, that cycle of slavery. So they decided to name this way the door of return. They performed small rituals for them called the Great Homecoming. After that, their bodies were buried at Assin Manso the Slave riverside. Yes. But before I end my talk, we all know that slavery is ongoing in different forms, such as marriage, child prostitution,
Changing of our names.
yes, it's also a form of slavery. Racism, tribalism. Even the way we treat some of our husbands and our wife in the house, our girlfriends and our boyfriends in the house is a form of slavery. The way we treat our servants is a form of slavery. So let's educate the next generation so that they will not repeat the same mistakes. Because while slavery was ongoing, some of our aunties and our uncles were around, but they don't care because they don't speak the same language with the people, or the person is not from their tribe. But today the effect is upon all of us. So if you see such as ongoing, let's report to the police so that the world will become a better place for living. Once again, my name is Sophia. Thank you very much. So we are done with our talk. So we are returning.
That the female slaves who were not able to take the metals were raped and they get pregnant. They took them outside and when they did they sent them to the dungeon.
We went to a trip field at Assin Manso, and at Assin Manso we were told about how the slave had their land back. When they had 3 negotiations, that was when they had their land back. They were sold and their identification. That was the first identification because they were being transported to the castle for proper identification after being sold to the white. So we go to the castle to also learn about the dungeon where they were kept and where those who rebel were also kept. Afterwards, we moved to where they sold them, that the Palawan hotel or whatever. That place where they exchange them for the commodity. They exchange them as commodity for gun and tobacco, mirror and soap. So we are.
Hello, I learned that when the slaves were at Assin Manso, they were called captives, but not slaves rather. I learned that the female slaves, they were kept about 10 days before the when they refused to allow the white men to rape them.
Good.
I learned that the slaves took their land back. Also, I market, they sell them.
not to bring my car back.